Well, look what the cat dragged in. I feel like at this point we need to completely reintroduce ourselves on the channel. It's been two years since we last picked up the camera and did any kind of filming. I think the last time we did a vlog was Disneyland Paris in 2020, yeah, it's the best part.
2019.
It's just a blur.
September 2019.
Yeah, so it's been such a long time. You can all understand it's been such a long time. It's been a pretty 2 years. In this video, we're going to be just checking in with you, letting you know what we've been up to. We haven't really been going anywhere, but we'll be sharing that in a bit more detail. And then towards the end, yeah, big trip announcement. So let us pull you for a chat, as the kids like to say. Starting off with, yeah, just where we've been over the past couple, 18 months, knocking on 2 years, what we've been up to. As you probably would have seen, obviously, from the YouTube channel and really following on Instagram, we haven't really been anywhere. Where we last left off was, yeah, like I said earlier, we were in that Disneyland Paris trip. That was, 2019. After that, we did have,
We went to London in December.
Oh, we did, yeah.
We went to go and watch Mary Poppins, that was December.
Yeah.
And then pretty much after that was it, we did nothing.
Yeah, so that was December 2019, and then our next Disney World trip was planned for November 2020.
Yeah.
That was our next Disney World trip that we had booked. That was for Rachel's birthday. That was going to be a big trip.
Cruise.
Cruise. Animal Kingdom Lodge. It was really going to be one of them trips, but yeah, as we all know, stuff happened, and that got cancelled. We knew pretty much at that point that we weren't going to be getting certainly any international holidays for a long time. So what we decided to do was look inward, as in our house, and look to see where we could spend that money. We thought that, we spend obviously, if you book Disney World holidays, they're expensive holidays. If you're not going on them Disney World holidays, where could you put that money that it's not going to just get lost in a way,
Yeah.
So we thought we'd put it into the house. It's a new build house. I say new build, we've been in here 5 years now. So it wasn't as if we needed to completely gut the place and new this, new that, but finishing touches, things like that. Just
needed a freshen.
That was it. Yeah, it just needed to be freshened up. And we needed to start with the back garden.
That was horrific.
It was horrific, yeah. I mean, when you get one of these new build houses, you get a pretty minimal garden. It's neatly finished. There's no real bells or whistles with it. And we kept on top of it for about a year. I'd like to add that me and Rachel,
we're not gardeners.
We're not gardeners. We're not green fingered whatsoever.
We hate it.
When we got it was just little bushes, nice little bushes, and then after 5-6 years, it was trees. It was massive. It was huge. I'll put pictures up on the screen. I've took pictures of before and during and after and things like that. But yeah, so we decided to start on the back garden. It was pretty bad. We started by cutting back all of the bushes. We started, pulling out all of the roots of the bushes and the trees and everything like that. There was 2 trees in the garden. We decided to keep one. That is literally the only living thing in our garden now. Is that one tree. We got rid of all of that. And yeah, just we took up all the grass. We decided to keep it pretty simple. A couple of white planters, all filled with artificial plants. It's all artificial. And then we wanted a decking area at the end of the garden. Another reason we wanted to redo the garden was originally we had a slabbed area at the front of the house. We don't get sun at the front of the house. All of the sun is at the end of the garden. So it was another reason to completely redo the garden. We've got decking at the end of the garden now, which has got like a nice little L-shaped sofa on where we can take advantage of the sun on the days that it is sunny here in the UK. So yeah, that was the first port of call, was get the back garden done, and we're really happy to the standard we've got that at now. It's very, very minimalistic. It's right up our alley. The only thing we really have to do is pick up the leaves from the one tree that's managed to survive.
Yeah, and cut the weeds that grow over
we've
from
got
the
some
wooded
overgrow.
area behind.
And then immediately following on from that, we bought a large amount of artificial turf. We didn't know how much we needed, so we just went for one of these. I don't know. It was just a set. I think it was
a set roll.
It was a set roll. We didn't know how much we'd need, so we got this set amount.
To be fair, your mum got us a really good deal on that, so.
She did, yeah, she did. She got us a fantastic deal, really good price. And then once we'd finished that garden, we had loads left over. And then we thought, well, let's look at the front garden. Again, same story with the front garden, and again I'll put some pictures up. I don't think I've got many before, but I'll put pictures up. Same story with the front garden. We just let it overgrow to a really embarrassing state, and we just thought, yeah, well, we can use that grass out the front. So yeah, again, same story there. We redid the front, went completely artificial, minimalistic.
A little fence.
Yeah, little fence.
Some
just
concrete balls.
Yeah, some concrete ball decorations. Just again kept it simple and minimalistic, and it's really done the part for us. It looks the same all year round.
And we literally have to do nothing out there really.
Yeah,
a couple of weeds grow up every now and then.
Yeah, we really don't have to do a lot. We really don't have to do a lot there. And then yeah, moving on into the house itself. Moving on into the house itself, again, not a lot needed to be done. If you follow us on Instagram, you would have seen a couple of months ago, getting on to what, a year ago now, we did all the redecorating.
Was it the beginning of this year?
It feels like so long
January.
ago. But everything needed a new lick of paint. You know, when you get, and all of the glossing needed to be done around the doors, it started to go yellow. So we thought, we'll do that. Never again. That is the most tedious.
I think it wouldn't have been so bad if we were just doing one room.
Yeah. Yeah, we near enough did the whole house,
yeah.
And it's a horrible job because it literally takes hours/days to do, and you feel like you've achieved nothing because it's not like an instant impact. It's not as if you've redecorated the whole room and you've changed the wall from white to grey with some murals on or something, and you can go instant impact. You don't really notice it, but it takes so long. It takes so many hours. So we've re-glossed everything, and then the only real room that we wanted to freshen up was the kitchen area. I mean, all the other rooms once they had a repaint and stuff was still really nice, but the kitchen area we really wanted to do because we spend most of the time in the kitchen. We spend most of the time in here. So when we had it, I've got one picture of how it originally was, and I'll put it on now. It was more of a brown cream theme, and we wanted to move over to a grey and white theme. And we didn't want to do much. We didn't want to gut the kitchen because it's a nice kitchen. We just wanted to change the colour theme really. So we had a company out to give us a quote for new countertops and new kitchen cupboard doors. They came out and I think they quoted us just under $4,000. It was about $3,500 for new countertops, and then new backsplash and upskirt.
Is it?
And a quote to the sink. Yeah, it was six. So it was sink, tap, kitchen countertop, kitchen cupboard doors, upstands and backsplash we wanted, and I think they were quoting about $3,500–4,000. It was a lot more than what we were thinking. We won't know what to expect, but it was a lot more than we were thinking. So we thought, okay, how much just for if we don't include the cupboard doors, how much for the everything else? And I think the price was near of half.
It was about 1,500.
Yeah, it was about 1,500 quid. So I mean, we worked that out to like £1,500 for a few cabinet doors. So we changed from cream to white, and we just thought it's not worth 1,500 quid. We thought we'll give it a go ourselves. We documented all of this on our Instagram. That's why I mentioned Instagram earlier. Like we put up a few stories of how we was all redecorating and stuff. We thought, we'd do it ourselves. I mean, 1,500 quid's a lot of money for. I think it works out to 9 cupboard doors or something like that.
Yeah.
So them guys came in. They gave us new countertops, new sink and tap, which we're really happy with, and we did the actual doors ourselves, changed it from a cream to a white, and it works out really well considering that saves us 1,500 quid. I mean, we had to put a finish on there, but we had like a spray finish on there. But I'll show you the kitchen now. Yeah, so this is the kitchen as it stands now. So like I say, we just had to change the countertops from that brown wood effect to this this nice grey effect, which was really nice. We changed the sink as well. It was a much deeper sink that we've got now. The other sink was really it wasn't as deep as this, and it just looks much nicer. The other sink was more of this kind of stainless steel. And you hate stainless steel, don't you?
I hate it with a passion.
Yeah, she hates stainless steel. So new one of them, and then just stuff like this was new. But this was like what we did. So we changed it to a white. I don't know. I'm gonna get the actual kitchen light on. Is that even worse? But considering we did that ourselves.
And we've kind of got a bit of a gloss finish as well.
Yeah. I think we did okay there. And like I say, it saved us 1,500 quid or so. And we painted these grey as well, just to match. But I don't think we did too bad. I really don't. And another side note, I have always been into marine fish keeping, and during this pandemic, everyone kind of really took off with their home hobbies because obviously you spend a lot more time at home. And yeah, I upgraded to an absolute monster marine aquarium. This is, like I said, I've been keeping marine fish since I was 16, 17. I used to work at Saltwater Aquatics. So yeah, I really kind of went ham with my aquarium. I had a large tank here before, but it was not this big. I mean, this is nearly double the size. And yeah, I've been absolutely loving this. Still a few more little fishes to get, but for the most part, yeah, I'm so happy with how this has turned out. And here's just a actual real life look of our garden. Everything's all kind of covered up now for winter, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, we don't have to do a lot at all. We have to pick up a couple of the leaves, like I said, but for the most part, it's a really simple garden and we love it. Got the barbecue here as well that's currently covered up as well, but yeah, now onto the good stuff. Yeah, onto the trip announcement side, the juicy stuff, the meat and bones of this video. Yeah, it's currently Monday, the 8th of November.
So the borders have opened today.
The borders opened today. It was really great to see. We watched the dual takeoff, didn't we?
With Virgin and
British Airways this morning at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, just before.
Just before 9 o'clock. That was really awesome to see. It was really good to see everybody, getting back out there, and everybody, all the jobs as well. All the jobs, everyone back at work. It's excellent to see. So yeah, it's currently Monday the 8th of November. And in 2 days is Wednesday the 10th of November. Wednesday the 10th of November is travel day for us to Walt Disney World, Florida.
Makes me want to cry just thinking about it.
So let's go way back. Let's go way back here. Our original holiday to Disney World was November 2020. That's the one we was talking about earlier. That got cancelled, and we decided to move that to April 2022.
Yeah.
That stands. That was going to be our next holiday to Walt Disney World.
We're taking James, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going with James, and that was going to be our next holiday. About March, April, June, somewhere around about.
It was about May. I think it was the end of May. We started looking, and we found something beginning of June, didn't we?
Yeah, Rachel was having a look online around about that time and came across a really good deal to Disney World for 10th of November. And she said, look, should we book it? I was well against it. I just thought, because at that point it was darkness. We didn't know when they're going to open. It could have been 2023. Nobody knew anything, and I just saw it as pointless. I just saw it as false hope. There's no point in booking something if we're just going to get let down. Not necessarily even let down, it's just not going to happen. It just seemed like a waste of time and a waste of energy. But
we did it.
Rachel just said, look, we're 100% covered. We're going to get our money back. It's a really good deal. That's why we should book it. We're not booking it because we think it's going to happen. We're booking it because it's a really good deal. So I just thought, go along with it. Do what you got to do.
We've just been waiting for it to be cancelled, haven't we, for months?
Yeah. I was never invested in it. So yeah, as the months were ticking along, it was just business as usual for me. And then round about October.
Was it sort of towards the end of September they announced that the borders were going to be opening?
Yeah, there was noise being made.
But it was just. It's November, so we were like...
Yeah.
We still didn't know then that it was going to happen.
Yeah, but that was huge. That was such huge news. They said it was going to be November.
So I was just like adamant, it's going to be the 1st of November, it's going to be the 1st of November.
Yeah, I was still like not invested. I mean, I just never really got involved with it since day one. But
and then 4 weeks ago.
And then 4 weeks ago, they announced
that it was going to be the 8th of November.
Yeah, it was always they kept throwing this early November out, didn't they? They kept throwing this early November out there, and nobody knew what that meant. And then it got announced that 8th of November.
Yeah.
2 days.
So we made it by 2 days.
2 days after. I mean, so we haven't booked this 3 weeks ago. This has been booked for months, and we just got so lucky with the timing. It was a complete fluke. We've made it by 2 days. It's absolutely insane. I won't go into too many details with it because obviously we are going to vlog the trip. It'll be our first vlog series in Christ knows how long. It's part of the reason I wanted to pick the camera up now, just to get used to vlogging again. Vlogging basics. Look at the lens and not the screen.
Basics 101.
Yeah, stuff like this. So we're driving down to Heathrow tomorrow. We're doing a pre-travel day, but we're not going to vlog the pre-travel day because Rachel's still working tomorrow. We're heading down to Heathrow at 4 or 5 p.m.
A bit in of the hotel we're staying in, and
yeah, I mean, on travel day, I'll show a lot of the hotel and stuff briefly, but I just thought for the sake of we're going to drive down we'll drive down to London on the motorway. We're going to be getting something to eat and checking in and going to sleep. It's
going to be dark and everything.
I mean, the majority of the vlog would quite literally be B-roll of the motorway. It just didn't seem worth it, so we just thought we'd start with the travel day. Yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, it is me and Rachel going. We're going to be heading over to Coronado Springs for the full 2 weeks.
Yeah, and just on that, sorry, when we were looking for this, we were looking to stay off site, weren't we? Because we thought it'd be really expensive to stay on site. But because of the price of car hire at the minute, it was working out cheaper for us to stay. The deal was cheaper to stay on site without a car than it was to stay off site with a car. So that's why we're.
Yeah. At the time of looking, I remember you mentioning the car hire prices were absolutely joke.
And they are still really high.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, that was the reason. I mean, it works at the same price, didn't it?
Yeah.
Stopping on site at Coronado Springs for 2 weeks, as opposed to stopping off site for 2 weeks with the car hire, and it was a no-brainer for us. Yeah. So I mean, the way we have it set up with me, Rachel, and James is we have well, it's not your traditional family setup, but James spends time between here and at his dad's. He'll spend a set amount of time here, a set amount of time at his dad's. His dad lives 10 minutes around the corner, so it doesn't affect his school or his friends or anything like that. And yeah, it just means that for a few weeks, James will be off doing things with his dad, and then he'll be up with us doing a couple of things with us. That's the way we have it. So it works out well, because when we have James is with us, we can go on holiday and do stuff. When he's with his dad, it means me and Rachel can go away and do stuff. And that's as much James's decision as anyone else's. I don't think he'd change it.
He's not really that bothered that we're going, is he? Because he's quite happy that he's got a trip coming up.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we are. Like I say, we are going in April. Yeah, we are going in April with James. But yeah, so I think that covers just about everything. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Rachel's going to be putting up, posts, stories, all of that good stuff, and I'll be doing the vlogging as well while I'm out there. So when we get back, we'll upload the videos. It's like the Instagram will give you snippets of what we're up to. The vlogs will obviously give you a more in-depth.
Be a lot of me crying to begin with.
Deep dive with us, and I think that is everything. I think we've just about crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
The only reason we are making this video is we had our COVID tests yesterday and we passed those. That was the last hurdle, really, wasn't it? Yeah. That was the last hurdle that we kind of had to get over, because we just thought after all of this it would have been an absolute bummer if we would have failed a COVID test. Of course, we are fully aware that COVID hasn't gone anywhere. It's still around, it's still a thing. But we spoke about this when the trip got announced and it actually became real that we were going to be going. Since day one, we've followed the government's advice and guidelines. We've done the social distancing, we wear the masks, we've got the jabs.
Yeah.
Everything the government has said, we've followed, and we've we've gone off that.
We've been working from home for most of the pandemic.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the UK government and the American government have said it's fit to travel. Again, we're taking that advice.
Yeah.
And if they're saying good to go, we're going.
Yeah. We'll wear masks where we're told to wear masks.
Yeah, we'll be comfortable out there. Yeah. So now, like, the international borders have opened, it pretty much just comes down to a personal choice, just like it did with the masks when masks weren't,
mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who ditch the masks ASAP, and there's people who still wear masks. That's a personal choice. That's what it comes down to now. Now the officials have said it's safe to do so. It's up to you what you do. If you want to go, you go. If you don't feel like now's the right time to go, you hold off. It's your choice. Like I said, I think we're comfortable to go. We just can't wait to get back out there.
We can't.
So with all that being said, I think we'll leave it there. So as I mentioned earlier, be sure to check us out on Instagram, because that's where you're going to get the most up-to-date and live pictures and feels.
Posts, yeah.
And then I'm going to be vlogging, and there's so much that we're going to be doing. I mean, off the top of my head, food and wine. Obviously stopping at Coronado Springs. It's Rachel's birthday when we're out there. Didn't even mention that.
Yeah, we've got California Grill booked that night.
Yeah, we've got Mickey's Christmas
Disney's
party.
very merriest after hours Christmas party.
Yeah, and there's new things for us, Velocicoaster.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Oh,
Rise of the
Resistance. We haven't read that yet.
Yeah, so there's going to be loads of new things.
And plus, Epcot's going to look so new as well. Everything's changed.
Yeah, and the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much. There's a lot to put in, and we're doing it all. So yeah, be sure to stick around. And the first vlog will go within a couple of days of us getting back, so roughly 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in roughly 3 weeks or a couple of days if you're on Instagram.
See ya.